What's going on, Mr. Dave here? Check out this crazy little mock-up I did for an insane job that I was trying to get. Unbelievable. It came in at $68,000 plus. But I got to make a mock-up first to make sure they're happy with what I am going to do and what I can do. This is the proposal we put together, and if you slow it down, you can break it down. But it came in at $68,125. That is our labor only. No supplies. So I made some design ideas and put them down on paper, and they were based on some engineering specs they sent my way. Wanted to show them what I was thinking of for a huge, big retaining wall. This was an enormous project, monstrous, at 8,000 elevation. I believe it was near Big Sky, Montana. That's what we came up with, but let's break it down. All right, here's the rebar shape as it starts. Let's see what I had to say.
Making a mock-up of a rock style for a client. And so this is just sort of structural here. I mean, this is like a regular rebar cage we've been doing, and then we're putting in foam pieces around it to give ourselves some interesting rocky fractures, because the foam breaks and cracks like a real rock, which is cool. It fills up space. We're going to paint on a product called Probond, which is a polymer based cementatious product, and that allows for foam to be used in architectural work on trim of houses and businesses and such. So this is sort of the base structure. We're going to be adding concrete. We're going to see if we can lighten it up with some foam chunks, foam stuff in it to keep the weight down. Again, this is a mock-up just for to show a particular rock style. And that's the truth. There we go. All right, Mr. Dave,
Rambling on the job site there. We going back to the basics. Burlap on the inside of our little rock bubbles. Adding in that foam as I talked about. And then we put chicken wire on the outside that helps that stuff stick. That is the concrete. And in this case, we're going to be adding little foam popcorns that I got from a foam company. And they run them through the little cubes, about a half-inch square. But I put that in the concrete mix to lower down the weight and take up volume as well. We see the Probond product. It's been mixed up. It is ready to go with the compressor, and that little hopper you just saw, that red element there, is what's going on. Again, those lower the weight. This is after we blew on that stuff, and that firmed up all the burlap on the inside there, and also again made the foam something that will be able to be attached to with more cementitious material, because it does stick. The polymer-based product, cementatious product, is made for that foam in architectural stuff, as you saw in those inserts there. The shield I made for a client years and years ago with hot wire and stuff. So now ready to go, pretty much. We use a mortar mix on top of the structural coats, and we've hand carved it in. There's no stamping in this, all just handwork, troweling, smoothing, brushing. And then we're going to go ahead and add in some color, and I use some stains in this case, kind of an orangey brown. I think it's called Antique Amber from Schofield manufacturer product, concrete stains and such. I made little pieces of rock again just to make it look more authentic, tiny little rubble stone piles there. And it's coming along nice, looking good. All right, we are done, and that's got some little green lichen. I made that with a water-based colorant, a tint into the mortar mix. Again, that's that antique amber orangey color. Sprayed on some facet for that light grayish speckle effect. And that again was trying to match the real thing. And you saw those pictures in the beginning there that are reference materials. That I was being asked to use as a guide, because we're going to want to make rocks that look like that. So this is the stuff. Wow, look at that. It's right near a ski resort. That's the lift station up there above there you saw. But I think we got pretty darn close, I would say. Not too shabby. It was a great project, a lot of fun. The big project didn't work out, but they did pay me for this commission piece. It was a couple grand, I think it was, $4,500 or whatever. So that was pretty cool. And I got to work at home at the studio there. So great living where we are. We have these beautiful views, even with sort of rock formations out in the distance like the Sierras. So can't beat living in San Diego. So yeah, want to find out more? Go to davehenderson.podia.com and daverhenderson.com. Have some cool blogs there you can check out if you like too. And I really appreciate your attention and watching my stuff. And if you want to support me, you could grab my book there. I got an ebook or a paperback there. The ebook is easy. Just go to davehendersonpodia.com and download it, and go to Amazon. You can search for that title and you'll find it. Either way, I love your support. You can become a Rockin' On member too, and you can really give me that $10 a month. Helps me keep it going. So hope you have a good day no matter what.